A new dating app called Are You Interested has released data showing their users' racial preferences. And here's the deal. All men except Asian men preferred Asian women. We have comedian and blogger Kristina Wong joining us from LA. All right.
I'm not doing this work because I want everybody to love me all the time. Like if I did that, there would be easier ways.
You know, at first it was sort of upsetting because I feel like it just feeds into this, the fetishization of Asian women. But as I thought about it, I took a moment and I was like, suck it, white ladies. I had to live under your shadow all through high school, and now I'm the hottest thing on earth, and I can do anything, and some crazy white guy will still like this.
It's like, how can I find humor in this situation? How can I get inside this situation like a Trojan horse?
I'm Tanzina Vega from the New York Times, and this is Off Color with actress, writer, and performance artist Kristina Wong.
T-shirts! T-shirts! Who's graduating? Who's graduating?
My college experience was messy. I'm really surprised that I've actually been brought back as a speaker. I wish I had a Cinderella story about how my life ended up after graduation. I wish I could say how a pre-med major married me and financed my art dreams. And by the way, I am still open to that happening, any South Campus people. My mother would love a doctor in the family. If you just want, we went from being like one of the smartest people at my high school to being just really lost here and navigating a lot of issues around my own ethnicity, around my gender, and not really knowing what I was supposed to be.
This is a poem I wrote called Not Just a Hole. And it's written for everybody who feels like they've been relegated to being just a hole. It goes out to you. Not just a hole! Not just a hole! I am hair, flesh.
Kristina found her voice in performance art. She realized she could use her antics to hold a mirror to all those who perpetuate racial and gender stereotypes. So she spent her career dressing up like a vagina, crashing Asian beauty pageants, and marrying herself. But it was her one-woman show that allowed Kristina to confront issues of depression and mental illness that she felt were dangerously ignored within her own culture.
And let's just name out different kinds of Asian ethnicities that I will portray in a non-offensive way. Just shout them out, and we'll make sure that they are represented. I want to place your orders. Come on, go ahead. Japanese, thank you, sir. Koreans. Thai. Laotian, great, we got them all, wonderful.
Is this a performance? Is it like a, are these jokes? What is this? And then it kind of, when it kind of lures you in with the entertainment aspect of it, you get the punchline gets you, and all of a sudden you've got knowledge dropped on you.
Now in knitting, when you drop a stitch, that stitch is lost, it is forgotten. You can't get that. This one was really difficult because it was like, how do I do a show on a topic that nobody talks about? So the premise of this particular show is that I'm Kristina Wong, and the show is about depression and suicide, but it's not autobiographical. Nope, not autobiographical. It's all fiction. It's all fiction. I was walking through the village and suddenly the buildings began to collapse and I was like, where do I live? I don't remember where I live anymore. It was really hard to drop stitch. Next stitch, I would call you Leilani. This is not my country. This sort of fight to address or reverse or change oppression is a long fight. And if I fight it constantly with anger, I think that's the man getting me twice, right? Once when they've made fun of me, and second time by getting me to be angry.
A recent documentary series on Mixed TV offered Kristina an opportunity to bring up her struggles as a single lady living in Los Angeles.
I'm Kristina Wong. I was finding myself on a date on the internet, I'm not afraid to admit it, and I would go on dates like with whoever, because really that's where my standards were at that point, like whoever had a car and could pick me up. And I would often date white men, and I'd just go, you just dig a little in the history, and I'm like, every woman they've dated is an Asian woman.
The show's producers allowed Kristina to go out on dates with men who were mainly interested in dating Asian women.
Larry's looking for a housewife, but I made him my bitch. Your foot's really heavy. You just gotta get
Yeah,
real...
well, I have a little bit of arthritis.
Oh, well, just maybe if you put your weight on the other foot.
We still think of racism as slaves and lynchings, and that's it, or the N-word, and that's it. That it doesn't bury itself in other ways. It's different with Asian Americans and African Americans. Like, as an Asian woman who's being fetishized by white men, my life is not in danger, I guess, in that same way. But what an archaic definition we have of what racism looks like.
It's a geisha coming out of a cupcake. I'm Vietnamese, but I sort of see myself as a geisha coming out of a cupcake.
Beauty. Stop crying, I'm here.
A little more ethnic.
Hey man, thank you, Michigan Senator Debbie Spend It Now.
Okay, cut. Different ethnic.
To answer your question, no, I do not date only white guys. I have been holding out for Jeremy Lin.
And this is your father. This is who Mommy married. And that's how we made you.
Jeremy Jr., come on, that's it. Show Daddy his photo. Show Daddy his photo. Yes.